Hey guys, what is up? Sam or Scorpiola here, bringing you guys a very exciting video because we do have some leaks coming at us from Twitter from the Shide. This is just an account that's shown up on Twitter and has been posting a bunch of Modern Warfare 4 information. We really have no way to verify this as of now, but we will have more specific verification down the line because we know we have official details coming on the game. On May 30th, we know YouTubers have been out and played the game and they can talk about it on that day, on May 30th, which I believe is a Thursday. That will be a week tomorrow. And we also do know that Call of Duty and Activision and Infinity Ward will have their panel at E3 Coliseum during the middle of June, so we can be hyped for that to come. But this guy brings us a ton of very specific information about pre-order bonuses, Modern Warfare 2 and 3 Remastered, Battle Royale, Zombies, Campaign, Multiplayer, and more, and specifically what modes will be in this game. So starting off with a very generic thing, the game is 100% Modern Warfare 4. So we knew that basically, but this guy's just saying it's definitely Modern Warfare 4. Now going into what the campaign is, he says that the campaign is a prequel to COD 4 and follows a young Captain Price. This makes a lot of sense to do to me, since the Modern Warfare games did kind of end very roundly. It had an ending, it wasn't a cliffhanger, so it makes sense to go back before, and I like the idea of following Price's backstory and generally where he comes from. It does say that this game will have Spec Ops returning, very cool to see. I hope they kind of expand upon it so it's a little less basic than the original, since that was very simple and wouldn't really stand up today, but I'm glad to see it coming back. The game will have no Battle Royale and no Zombies. We have had leaks that do back this up from the Woo lads and stuff, so I do believe that this will be the case. Going on to our remastered games, it does say Modern Warfare 2 Remastered comes as a pre-order. Just the campaign, very specifically, just the campaign. The game will be playable through MWR and it will actually be launched through that application. That's a very weird idea to me. It seems like it could lead to some cluttered menus. It would massively up the file size of that game. But they could just choose to add it as a DLC. Maybe they want MWR to eventually have all things Modern Warfare Trilogy multiplayer in it. I'm really good with that idea. It does say then the multiplayer for Modern Warfare 2 will then be coming later in summer of 2020, along with the campaign for Modern Warfare 3. It does make sense given the fact that campaigns are connecting. They're going to want all those campaigns playable on next gen, so I do like the idea of bringing back both of those campaigns. It says that there are no plans for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer remastered, so their focus would obviously be on Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer since that's the more popular one. Maybe Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer would come back down the line a little bit later on, but it does kind of make sense to me that they'd want to focus on the more popular one for now. Now going into some more details, we have details about currencies and multiplayer very specifically, so let's get into that. Specialist perks are returning and streaks will be kill based and stackable. The tactical nuke will return and in TDM, free-for-all and kill confirmed will end the game. I like this idea, very nostalgic kind of aspect of the Modern Warfare series, so I do like the idea that they would want to kind of bring this back to recreate that original feeling. Modern Warfare 4 will include every weapon from the Modern Warfare series and more. If it does, then wow, that's a lot of weapons. I'm not 100% sure they'd bring back every weapon. It is possible this information could be about outdated, things could be cut. Things change along with development, but we'll have to see how that goes. I do like the idea of bringing back every Modern Warfare weapon. Pro perks will return. Now these will like unlockable versions of each of the perks, and they add like extra ability, make it really powerful. So I think it's a cool idea. Again, a critical part of the old Modern Warfare multiplayers, so it would be cool to see this come back. The COD point currency from BO1 returns and will be called COD coins. Now we can presume this will be in addition to our current COD points, and these COD coins were like an earnable currency in game. These are used to unlock camos, weapons, attachments, perks, and as well you can wager them in wager matches. That was a thing back in the Black Ops 1 days, and it would be really cool to see that back. Wager matches would be a lot of fun to do, I think, in Modern Warfare 4, and it would be interesting to generally see a new system for how we unlock weapons and stuff like that. COD coins can also be used to purchase future DLC weapons. The DLC weapons will also be in supply drops, however. Makes sense that they would want to bring that back since it makes them a lot of money if you don't want to grind the currency system. So again, yeah, it makes sense that the idea, much like what Modern Warfare Remastered did, where we could earn those weapons normally by earning this currency, and then we could also get them through supply drops if you really just wanted to buy them. In the new supply drop system, they do have a system in place where it guarantees at least one weapon/weapon kit. Weapon kits were like weapon variants back in the day, a bit like Mastercrafts. Those existed back in the Modern Warfare Remastered game, and to be honest, I think that game was the best black market system we've ever had, so I'd be very happy if they bring that back. It'll guarantee at least one weapon kit or weapon every 20 drops opened. If they have a system in place like that to make it a lot more consumer friendly, I'd love it. We know how Activision are with their supply drops, so I'm not 100% this would come to be the case. But again, we'll have to wait and see. The pre-order for the game will be Terminal, High-Rise, Rust, and Dome. Wow. If that happens, that would be awesome. I really personally thought Rust was going to be a pre-order bonus, but the idea of all 4 of those maps coming, 4 classic of the biggest maps back in the old Modern Warfare games, if they bring those back as Faithful Remastered, we know in Black Ops 4 they brought back 4 classic maps, so it would be cool if they did that too. We actually had a cool thing with Black Ops 4, where if you pre-ordered the game, you unlocked those in Black Ops 3 immediately. Can't see them doing anything like this because they wouldn't really want to add them to Infinite Warfare, let's be real here. I mean, it's possible, but I don't really see it coming because that game wasn't the most popular. But those 4 maps being a pre-order bonus sounds like a really cool idea to me, and I would 100% put down pre-order if I saw those maps on the list. The maps will all have night and day variants and clear and rainy variants. It will be randomized every match. These options can be turned off in private match for competitive reasons. It's things like this where this information is just too specific to be faked. Obviously, it's possible some guy just spraff and load of shit. It says he actually can't say where this information came from. But I could see a feature like this happening. We know they've done little versions of this where Modern Warfare Remastered has some variants, and also Black Ops 4 has had a few different variants here. But this is saying that they will have a full system in place which will allow the game to basically randomize to give you any combination of these night. So you could have a night rainy, a day rainy, a clear night. I think that's a really cool idea. And if they have a system like that where they could just add new maps and it would automatically have these systems in place, I would honestly enjoy it a lot more. I think the maps would feel a lot more replayable because I mean that results in so many different combinations. That's like 4 combinations possible for every single map just off of those little changes. So I think that would be really cool to see. We do have another set of leaks, again continuing on from this. Next leak, standard one-hit knife system will return. So panic knifing is back. Again, I could see this. What they're going to want to do with Modern Warfare 4 is they're going to want to bring back a lot of the old players who have left the franchise behind. So they're going to want to really recreate the kind of vibe that that game brought across. So I could really see this happening. I think it's time that that comes back. I'm sick of this 2-hit knife system. I don't mind it, but I just like the idea of COD changing things up every year. That's why I didn't like having 3 boost movement systems in the row. I think they should be changing it up every year to kind of vary it up and give us a little bit more interesting stuff. It also says no sliding or dolphin diving will be in the game. Not a big fan of this idea because I like the idea of having at least one of them, but again, if they're trying to recreate that classic vibe, I could definitely see why they would want to do this. I personally really like sliding because it speeds up the game a little bit, but I can see it wouldn't fit Modern Warfare. Dolphin diving could be cool to see, but I can get it if they really don't want to bring that back. This is where we get into a really interesting feature that I don't know if they can pull off, but if they can, this would be one of the coolest things COD has ever done. It says, if you played Call of Duty 4, you will get the AK-47. If you played MWR, you'll get the M40A3. All of these can also be unlocked normally in-game. That's such a cool idea. If maybe these weren't tied to the black market or anything like that, but maybe these are weapons you unlock through the leveling system, and if you've played that game before, then you also get that. I don't know if they can do that with old gen games, but it'd be really cool if they could. Same with Modern Warfare 2, if you played that, you'll get the SPAS 12 and Intervention on day 1, and again, these weapons can also be unlocked normally. If you played Modern Warfare 3, you get the ACR and the MP7. Also can be unlocked normally. These are the most classic weapons in all of these games, so that'd be such a cool idea if they actually give you a reward for having played each of these games. If you played all the previous Modern Warfare games, you get the Warfare camo. If this is a cool camo, then wow, that would be an awesome way to give away a camo. And a Golden Desert Eagle. Again, a weapon that was in every game, so it makes sense for that to be the kind of special variant. If that was maybe like some cool variant, not necessarily like stat varying, but a really cool golden cosmetic Desert Eagle, that'd be so cool to see. The weapon and the camo is exclusive to those who have played the Modern Warfare trilogy and cannot be unlocked normally. They have no plans to release it as a separate purchase. If they keep to that, that would be really awesome, because that's one of my biggest problems in Black Ops 4 recently. Some of the pre-order bonuses and stuff that's been in earlier in previous battle passes and stuff, I don't like them chucking that in the store personally, because, well, that was meant to be a reward for those people who did that back in the time when it was an OG kind of thing. Same thing, like if Fortnite added the Black Knight into the store right now, people would absolutely go off it, so why should that be any different in COD? To me, I really like what I'm hearing here. This gets me really hyped and excited. We don't really have too much info on the kind of paid system that we're going to have. We don't know if a battle pass system will be returning. I don't expect it to. I think we're going to see a system in place that's going to work a lot like Modern Warfare Remastered personally, and I really like that idea. COD coins again being a bit similar to Black Ops 1. I just can't wait for this game, guys. All this intel gets me so hyped to play this game. But anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Cheers to those of you who stick through the end. This has been a long one here. Sorry again for the lack of uploads lately. I've been so busy with real life stuff, but I hope to get back to it soon. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on more Modern Warfare 4 videos. Bye!